On this episode of Strangetown, a local law firm in downtown Austin, Texas, is witnessing unknown phenomenon on a daily basis.
Again, our employee, she had a look of terror on her face.
Is this Victorian home plagued by its previous owners? We investigate the Hay Legal Group. My name is Mark Morrow.
And my name is Billy Driver.
We are here to seek out claims from ordinary people who come in contact with the unknown. Real stories.
Real evidence.
Welcome to our world. And welcome to Strangetown. Right here at 7th and Guadalupe in downtown Austin, Texas, there's a group of homes known as the Bremond Block. These Victorian-style houses were constructed by the Bremond family in the late 19th century, and supposedly a few of the Bremond spirits never left. In 1846, former New York fireman John Bremond Sr. and his wife Elizabeth moved to Austin, Texas from Philadelphia. John is considered the father of the Austin Fire Department, since he was the only person who had previous experience of organizing, equipping, and the drilling of a fire company. John led in the organization of Austin Hook and Ladder Fire Company No. 1. He also owned and operated a dry goods store on the southwest corner of what is now 6th and Brazos. In 1866, while returning from a business trip to Buffalo, New York, John suddenly died. After the railroad came to Austin in 1871, the family business did well. The arrival of the railroad made it easier and more profitable for merchants to ship goods to Austin. The family business shifted to wholesale operations and eventually to the distribution of their own roasted coffee. For much of the 19th century, the Bremond family was a business dynasty to Austin, Texas, and accounted for 20% of the city's tax revenue. The Bremond Block is one of the few remaining upper-class Victorian neighborhoods from the mid to late 19th century in all of Texas. Each individual home has been well preserved and left almost completely unaltered from their original state. Sometime between 1866 and 1872, the Bremonds began buying up portions of Block 80. It's the square block that's bordered by West 7th, West 8th, Guadalupe, and San Antonio streets. Today, it is known around the city as the Bremond Block. John's grandson, Pierre Bremond, had the last home of the series built by notable Austin architect George Fagel. Pierre made his living as a banker for the State National Bank in Austin, which his family also owned. He married an athletic and beautiful socialite from St. Louis, Missouri, Nina Louise Abadie. Pierre and Nina were fond of golf and bought land for their hobby. Their friend and former mayor, Lewis Hancock, then laid out what would become one of the first golf courses in Texas. It was officially opened as the Austin Country Club, but later became known as the Hancock Golf Course. Pierre also brought the first gasoline car to Austin in 1903. Eventually, he became a dealer for Stearns touring cars because of his knowledge and affection for stylish new vehicles. Pierre and Nina never had children, but they were known as fun-loving and had an affection for dogs. Pierre lived until 1937, and he's buried in the Oakwood Cemetery in Austin. His wife Nina remained living in this home for another 25 years until her death in 1962. Many believe it was Nina that still haunts this location, and others think it may be Pierre returning to his former home from beyond the grave. We speak with partner John Hay III of the Hay Legal Group.
Well, I tend to generally work later hours and early hours, oftentimes until midnight or later, and I would often hear doors open in the middle of the night. Kind of brass sound in the creek like that is something you'll hear, is exactly an example. I don't know if this door, they all kind of make that noise. I often hear what sounds like an audible woman's laughing, or a woman talking to another woman in a, inaudible words, but you can definitely hear its conversation. It's one of those things that gives you the little goosebumps when I'm even talking about it.
We follow him to a conference room adjacent to his second floor office, Pierre's former bedroom.
When I'm walking up from down there, or I'm walking through the hallway, there's always something in this general area is where you see the mass, if we want to call it that, over in this general area.
I office out of the garden level, and I've heard certain stories that all the kids, that Nina Bremond was very open for the kids because her and Pierre weren't able to have children. They had dogs, and the neighborhood children always coming down and playing here. We've heard a child giggling coming from down here, and actually I've seen wisps of white going up the stairs, which is in my view of my desk when I'm typing at my computer. The door to the boiler room, we've heard it open on occasion, and it's not a door that is easily open. It's actually, you have to like pull it because it's stuck on the carpet on the ground.
This room just gives me a general overall an easy feeling. I don't want to be down here at night.
Jennifer leads us up from the basement to the main conference room on the first floor and shares with us this story.
I was walking to the house, and I noticed that as I was walking up the sidewalk, I saw a woman staring, or at this window, staring out, looking out onto the lawn down the hill. Her face was glowing. It was like a bluish white, and she had short black hair and a white top on. And I kind of stopped because, I thought maybe it was a reflection. I took a couple steps forward, I took a couple steps back to just make sure that, of course, it wasn't the shadowing from the trees, and she was still there. I mean, her face was just like an ethereal blue, and it was unmistakable. I think it was Nina Bremond.
Specifically, I've had things move in my office, and I've had people see them move with me. I had a Post-it note that was over on the right side of my desk, and it was on top of my Post-it, just sitting here with Kylie, my assistant, and it literally jumped and moved across my desk. And that was a little scary because the fan wasn't on, there was no one else here, there was no wind in the office. Couldn't explain why it did that.
We are led to the first floor closing room.
We're in the front room, which is our main closing room, and I do all my escrow closings in here. When I go into closing, I close both of the sliding doors. When I came out of closing, I always close them the same way because they're 100 years old and you have to hit them in the right spot to get them to close. I open and close them the same way every time. So what I did, I came over here. Picture it as being open already. You can see how large it is, and I went to close it the same way I always do. Went like this and walked away, and when I walked away, it came back out at me. We did have a former employee here. Again, that morning, I was the first one at the house and had been here for about an hour, didn't hear or see anything. And then I heard the front door open. I came around the corner, and it was, again, our employee. She had a look of terror on her face, and when I called out to her, I said, "Hey, I'm here, what's wrong?" And she's like, "Are you here by yourself?" I said, "Absolutely." She goes, "There's a man standing in the closing room. He was standing, he was well-dressed, full suit, just staring at the fireplace." She said she saw him from the window, all the way from the street, and watched him all the way up the stairs, and was terrified. She didn't know who he was, why he was there, so she was quite taken aback.
We ask local psychic Maggie San Miguel to join us on a walkthrough. Maggie once assisted the Bastrop Police Department on an unsolved murder case by the use of her talent. All right, here we are inside.
Okay.
So if you ever feel you need to go any particular direction,
Okay.
we'll just kind of take your lead.
Okay. Need to go back there.
Sure, let's go back that way.
Okay. I don't know. That fireplace always draws me.
Yeah.
It's like it's sentimental to somebody. I don't know.
Like someone enjoyed
Yeah.
maybe a fire or
Yeah,
just
and they hang by
the
it.
intricate rock work.
Is it carved?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that carving.
She leads us upstairs towards John's office.
Oh, I see.
So, yeah, you said we're chasing
It
something.
feels like we're chasing something.
Something's running then.
Yeah, it's running. I think you get a lot of footsteps here.
Yeah?
I think a lot of.
The living
Doors.
here footsteps.
I think whoever has this office and that chair, I think he feels someone watching from behind him all the time, or she, whoever.
Okay.
Okay.
She proceeds to take us downstairs, where we stop by Heather's office.
They might sometimes feel things in here too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you know? What kind of things they might feel or experience?
Being watched in here, and possibly things moving around.
Yeah.
And it's an innocent little thing, but I think
Playful.
it might be a kid. Yeah, I think it might be a little boy.
We head down to the basement, towards the boiler room next to Jennifer's office.
All right, ready?
Yeah, it's a tough door.
Oh, hell no, really?
No?
Oh no. Okay,
No.
hold it. Yeah, let's go in. Oh, that's all right. It feels male. Or yeah, it feels male. Or like a shadow person, which I kind of feel like those are always guys.
Yeah.
Whoever the guy is, this shadow man, he's doing the nasty stuff, and he likes to terrorize people.
We are in the upstairs hallway, where there have been claims of footsteps, a female voice, and the doors opening and closing. I am in Pierre's bedroom. A dark shadow has been seen entering this room. Could this be Pierre returning to the comfort of his former bedroom? This camera has been placed at the bottom of the spiral staircase to capture the black figure that has been seen throughout the house. I am standing at the doorway that separates these two conference rooms. Jennifer has seen an apparition peering out this window, while others have seen a dark figure standing in the room behind me.
We start off the night's investigation downstairs in the boiler room.
We're down in the basement, in the boiler room, where pretty much everybody works here says this is the creepiest spot in the building. And when Maggie came down here, she said there was a dark figure. So we're gonna hopefully see if we can get this dark figure to speak with us.
We conduct a spirit box session. A spirit box scans the FM airwaves and emits a white noise in between the frequencies. In theory, a spirit can communicate within the white noise and answer our questions in real time.
Is there anybody down here? Can you say hello?
An orb is captured flying towards Billy's head. Orbs are translucent balls of light, one of the many forms in which a spirit can take.
Can you say hello? Can you say hello? Can you say that again? Hello? Can you say hello? Can you say that again? Hello?
What parts of the house do you roam? Do you scare the women that come in this room?
My name is Billy. Can you say my name, Billy?
After catching phenomenal EVP results, we move on. We enter the back room, where supposedly the EVP we caught earlier is said to terrorize women in this area.
He likes to terrorize people.
If there's anyone at all in this home that can hear me, can you come downstairs into the basement? Maybe you can tell us what your name is. Or walk on the floor above us. We spent nearly 40 minutes investigating, but came up empty-handed. Our work was done in the basement, and we moved onwards. Billy heads to the main closing room. As I monitor the upstairs hallway from John's office. Billy places his flashlight on the table and sets up for the flashlight experiment. And it's real easy to set up. You just screw the flashlight to where it just barely wants to turn on when you touch it. And once you have it set, you place it down on a surface. In theory, a spirit can answer yes questions by manipulating the energy within the device by lighting it up.
My flashlight, it turned on and it turned off on me. Can you please turn that flashlight off, please? Can you turn it off, please? Keep twisting it. You got it. Keep twisting it. Turn it off. Thank you.
I regroup with Billy downstairs in hopes of further communication with the flashlight. Can you show me now that I'm down here? I'd like to see what you can do. I was just upstairs and
Muse. And what this device does, it takes the energy from around this device and it generates them into words that are already built into the ovulus.
it was just so silent up there. So silent. Holiday.
It is a holiday.
Yeah, it is a holiday.
Holiday season coming in.
Yeah, there's the tree up and Christmas lights.
There.
Is that you? If you just now turn that on for us, then can you turn it back off on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Count?
Count.
Wow. You want me to count again to 3? Okay, on 3, can you turn that flashlight off for us, please? 1, 2, 3.
What?
Not.
You almost got it.
Just a little more. There you go. Keep doing it. That's great.
Wow.
Thank you.
There's his count.
We venture upstairs towards Pierre's bedroom, where the black mass has been seen. Is there a Pierre? This used to be your bedroom, Pierre. How do you feel about us being in your old room? If you don't like us here, can you knock on a wall somewhere in the house that we can hear? You hear that?
Yeah, twice.
You hear that?
Yeah, twice.
So if there's anyone here, can you come say hello?
You found me.
Yeah.
Is this Nina? Can you say yes? Is there anybody in this room with us?
Hello.
Can you tell us your name?
Nina.
Nina.
I heard Nina.
Nina, are you in here with us?
Is this Nina confirming that she is in what she knows as the bedroom?
Nina, are you in here with us?
We set up a laser grid, which emits a series of green dots. If these dots were disturbed by ghostly phenomenon, they would cause a disturbance in what our eyes would see. But instead, we are shocked in what our audio recorders captured.
Can you close one of these doors if you don't want to talk to us? Just shut one of these doors. Just shut it hard.
We'll leave right now.
Just shut one of these doors. Just shut it hard.
If you shut one of these doors for us, we'll leave you alone.
We'll even pack up and leave the house so you can have the house back. Just shut the bathroom door loud. Or any door.
We conclude that there is something lurking within this building. Our DVR cameras were quiet that night, but other methods prove differently.
Possibly things moving around.
Literally jumped and moved across my desk.
And it's an innocent little thing, but I think
Playful.
it might be a kid. Yeah, I think it might be a little boy.
Can you say hello?
And her face was just like an ethereal blue, and it was unmistakable.
Can you tell us your name?
Was Nina in the room with us? Nina.
Nina.
I heard Nina.
there's a man standing in the closing room, just staring at the fireplace.
1, 2, 3. Just a little more. There you go. Keep doing it. That's great. Is Pierre Bremond the man seen standing by the fireplace? And who is this child's voice that we captured? And what are they? Why is this child connected to this home?
Whoever the guy is, this shadow man, he's doing the nasty stuff.
Is they the dark energy that dwells in the boiler room that Maggie encountered? Or are they, Pierre and Nina, being protective from another realm? Regardless, the attorneys who work here seem accustomed to these lingering spirits and cope with them on a daily basis. As paranormal investigators, we can reassure them that the space they share with the other side is a space that they should not fear. Until next time, happy haunting.